Hey guys, it's Hayden and welcome to my latest iCast model review. This time we'll be looking at the AUTOart Aston Martin DB11 in the apple green shade. And with a small introduction of my own, here it is. British, Grand Tour, Travel, Continental, Food, Fish and Chips, Drink, Cup of Tea, Spy, James Bond. That's right. The brand that's so associated with James Bond, the movie franchise, Aston Martin is a UK's natural treasure on its own. And when you think of Aston Martin, it has to be a V12. It has to be a GT car. It's got to be massive. It's got to be luxury on wheels and a better enjoyment versus the airline experience. And you can carry all your luggage in the bag, and then you got power that is very smooth and very quiet and luxury embodiment of automotive excellence. It must be Aston Martin. I mean, with a little bit of background, this car and this DB11 had won a award in design. Like, it looks really absolutely nuts. It's very beautiful, it's very elegant. And let's have a quick look here. Just look at this. I mean, this is the first ever Aston Martin that is equipped with a turbocharged V12, which has a power rating of 600 horsepower, with a torque of 500 over 500 pound-feet of torque at started from 1500 RPM, which is one of the advantages of having turbocharged. And there's also a optional V8, which is a derived from Mercedes-Benz, which is a little bit less, like about 100 horsepower less, and it weighs just a tiny bit less of 1750 kilograms or so. Like, but this V12 is about 1850 kilograms. So, I mean, it's a heavy car, but due to this design, like it looks elegant. I don't mind how heavy this is. I mean, if it's powered by V12, you're not going to be struggling for any power shortages anywhere during the ref range. I mean, just look at this. There's no doubt it won so much awards in the design compartment. And this color, you can tell, apple green, is very cool. I mean, I think you guys have probably saw this on the Falcon, Aston Martin Falcon, like, which has a very similar shade as this. And but this Grand Tourer has this awesome uh, aluminum trim from the A pillar all the way to the back, which is a very stylish thing to do. It makes it a almost like a signature on the DB11. And without further ado, let's check out all the features of this car. Yeah, first off, like, this model has a little key thing for like all their new latest releases now. So just use this as a prying tool, like, because I really like how the this one turned out to be. Like, you can see the panel gaps are very small, and then you have to use this to really open to get access to interior and whatnot. And I like how the front hood just integrates with the headlight so well. Like, if you touch on the lens here and the hood bonnet, there's actually barely any gap at all. And the fitment is pretty good, I would say. But so it has this double hinge on the front, so you can slide it open just like this. and it's pretty smooth. And I mean, let's get the elephant of the room, because right now the engine is the worst part of this model. I mean, like, if you ever took one apart, like, you can tell it's just probably a one layer plastic piece to cover everything up, and it lacks a lot of details compared to their like older releases. The older releases has actual like separate engine block and separate headers and separate intakes and whatnot. This piece is definitely a single layer piece, and it lacks a lot of details. But I just like how the hinge works. Like, it's pretty good. The fitment is pretty good. Like, once you shut it, you can tell. So you can have two action here. So it fits really well. And let's move on to the second thing. Maybe go through it too. The other elephant, I think, is the right on the rear trunk lid. Like, you can see there's a difference in the color, right? For the rear taillights. This is probably a sticker piece, so there's like a contrast to how deep. You can see it right here. Like, it's a different shade of red, because it's just a little sticker piece on the bonnet. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The only dislikes on this model. The rest, you're presented with very juicy wheels with authentic tire markings, and then the wheels. I mean, I would probably describe it as a shuriken style wheels, more like a Japan thing, but it's really cool. You can see the black contrasting with the silver, and then it's got the Bridgestone markings here, and then there's this metal decal that depicts V12 here on the side, front fender, and we can cut glimpse on the interior, which is not bad. You can see the contrasting color of the tan and the black. I mean, the interior is not bad. We can move on to the other side, but there's a nice central console dash area, and then you can see the buttons for the seats for the window switches are actually in the central area here. Moving on to the back, is this diffuser area, like all blacked out. It's got a sign marker there too. The exhaust tip is kind of weak. I mean, it's okay. Like, it looks okay. Like, it passes, but not in flying colors. I mean, moving on to the driver's seat. I mean, they're depicting the European spec, which is a right-hand drive model. And you can just see the interior bits, the air fans, the dials or the air conditioning, volume knob probably. It's pretty cool. Like, this is okay detail for what we're paying for, what we're expecting here. And the trunk, actually one last little gimmick. You have the button, which is right here for the kind of like an active rear spoiler. That it helps, I guess, when you're braking under load. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this model. I mean, I like the shot lines. Let's show it again. Let's shut the door. The panel gaps are pretty cool, like pretty good, pretty tight, and I like the accents here with the silver, which divides the body color along with the black. It makes it more sophisticated, and the lines are really nice for a Aston Martin design. We can shut this tight. Then there's some metal grill here on the bonnet, and the grill is pretty detailed. I mean, that's the icon of Aston Martin. Like, they've done it pretty well. It looks pretty awesome. And this model, I would say, if you're a fan of Aston Martin, I think you'll like it a lot. But I'll give it a 3.5, 3.7 out of 5. But what do you guys think? And yeah, that's about it for this model. And yeah, I mean, please stay tuned. I'm actually making a two model review right after this, because I severely lack in uploading anything for the past half a year or so. And yep, have an awesome day, guys. See you.